Hello, this is 6-2 for summer algebra. As we are moving along, these first few problems are review from 6-1. And so since we literally just did them 5 minutes ago, we don't need to review. But if you wanted to practice, this answer is going to be infinite solutions. Okay? If you wanted to practice some more, this answer will be 0 or no solution. You can pick one or the other. You don't have to write both. If you wanted to practice some more, this will be 1 solution. And then, what is that 1 solution? Because I don't really care so much about this part. What is the answer? Okay? So come up with an answer for that one. That one you may want to review. All right. The next thing that we need to talk about is how would we solve this problem? So if we were doing a situation or something in context, which means like a real life example of how we would use this, we want to look at this situation. Lee is $85 in change. He has only quarters and nickels. If his total coins are 5 coins, how many of each does he have? And how do you know? Okay, well in this case, X stands for our quarters. That's important. Make sure you always label your graphs. And N nickels is going to be our Y. Okay, so this is our X and this is our Y. All right, so that's important because we need to graph it correctly. Let's see, can I graph either of these right now? I can't. So I need to solve them. So X plus Y equals 5, I need to get that to be Y equals. So to do that, I need to get the X out of there. So I need to add a negative X to both sides. Always addition at this step. This will add to 0. So now I have Y equals. And now I'm going to have negative X plus 5. Fantastic. Now I can identify my M and my B. My M is going to be negative 1 over 1, and my B is going to be 5. So now let's graph it. Up to 5, go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So this line is defined by this graph. This graph is defined by that line. Either one. That is a really bad graph. Try that again. Oh, I missed equally bad. But okay, you get the idea. You're going to use a ruler. Please, please, please. All right. So, what about this one? This other equation. We need to solve that other equation as well. Okay? So, first thing we need to do is we need to do our addition and subtraction. So we've got to subtract our 25x away from here. I stand corrected. I need to add a 25x, negative 25x, because that'll be 0. That will give me 5y minus 25x plus 85. Fantastic. Divide all of those by 5. Y equals, right? Negative 5x plus 17. Okay? So now I go up to 17. 5, 10, 15, 17. And I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. There's my line. That's where they're going to cross. Okay? So, what's that point? 1, 2, 3 is my X, and 2 is my Y. So I can do any situation. I can set up an equation for it. I can solve it to be slope-intercept form, and I can graph that equation. And I can graph both those equations. And I can figure out that he's got 3 what? 3/4 or 3 nickels? 3/4 and 2 nickels. Great. Awesome. So that's a real life situation. Another way that you could solve that is by doing a table. So if we set up a table here, this being our week, this being Joe, and this being Josh, whoops. We've got number of weeks, and we're going to look at how many weeks it's going to take us for these two to be the same. So Joe has $14 and he saves $10 per week. So he starts with 14 and he saves $10 per week, okay? Josh starts with $26 and he saves $7 per week. What's the solution to the system of equations? Well, we have to look at week 1. Week 1, Joe's got $14. No, week 0, I'm sorry. Week 1, he's got 14 plus 10, which is 24. Week 2, he's got 34, because we're going to add 10 to the 24. Week 3, he's going to have 44. Week 4, he's going to have 54. Week 5, he's going to have 64, and so on, right? All right, so what about Josh? Josh starts out with how much money? 26, okay? 26 plus 7 is 33, 40, 44, 54. Ooh, we can stop, those are the same, okay? So, how long is it going to take them? If our week is our X and our Y is how much they have, then we're good. At 4 weeks, they're both going to have $54 and they can go buy their game after 4 weeks of saving. Okay? All right. On your worksheet, you are going to make sure that you do and or have done all of those problems. You're going to do the first 2 by solving those equations. That's the hardest part. And then graphing them. The third one, you're going to graph. The fourth one, you can either make a table or graph it. You don't have to do both. But tell me how many meters it's going to take to, how many seconds it's going to take to get how many meters. So do that, and then also do number 5. Give me an answer for number 5. So you should have 1 through 5 done. Fantastic. See you.